What is up, guys? It's Fat Leo, and this is my group stage for the Best Friends Safari. Four guys are in a group. Top two make it out to the playoffs, and yeah, three games, three opponents. Let's get into it from the first one. So first, I played against Nodder. He's quite good. I was worried about this game, but I felt good. I was like, whatever, I can win this. Why not? Let's do it. Let's go 3-0. Why not? So, just want to go over the team a little bit, and if I'm honest with you, I don't even remember what these Pokemon are. So, I don't remember what they are. So I'll just go through the battle as it happens and explain everything. So I'm gonna play it with music off on slow so I can explain. He's got Zygarde here, right? And I could have gone HP Ice, and I assume that is why he switches out, as you will see. But I was like, maybe he has a rock move, maybe he has Dragon Dance, and maybe he has weakness policy. I wasn't really sure, so I switched into Slowbro, and he went into Florges, which is a good play, because he didn't want to risk it either. I doubled into Gengar on that Florges, and I assume he's not going to stay in here, so I click Shadow Ball and catch the Zygarde, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I do. I catch the Zygarde with a Shadow Ball, do 35%. I didn't calc his spread at this point because I didn't really need to, because I have a free switch in Slowbro, so it doesn't really matter. He just clicks 1,000 arrows, doesn't do any damage. So he switches out into Florges, and I'm actually going to speed it up, and I predict that, and I double into my Gengar, and now that I predicted him the first time, maybe he's thinking I won't do it again. So I go for the safe Sludge Wave. He goes Nidoqueen, so that doesn't do anything. I go hard into Infernape, who's actually a no attack, rocks, taunt, Endeavor, something else set. But anyway, I set my rocks, and right here I believe I clicked taunt. Not 100% sure. I Toxic, yeah, so that was the last move. The reason I stayed on Zard was because I don't have a switch in, so I just couldn't afford a switch, and he doubled, predicting something, not 100% sure what. But anyway, he Earth Powers me, and this turn I go for my, whatever the hell this move is called, Endeavor, and I drop Zygarde to 1%, which is great. Here, what I should have done, and this was a giant misplay, I should have gone into Slowbro because it was free. There's no way he was setting up, and even if he was setting up, I still destroy him with Slowbro. He's still not going to do any damage to me. So he sacks Zygarde. Then he goes into Florges. I'm thinking he wants to Toxic me, but I don't know. I go to Gengar and we make the safe play because I wasn't really sure what he wanted to do. He really was just baiting me. But I switch out of my Gengar, go to Scizor, and catch this Earth Power, which is kind of shitty. But from then on, I double into Altaria because I expect either another Earth Power or Flamethrower, so I'm safe in this case. Only does 11%. The thing here is, though, Altaria is Adamant max attack, I believe, and I click Outrage, and I thought this was going to do like 65, 70%, and it doesn't, so I just lose Altaria here, and that was not great. Now I go into Thundurus, who's packing Psychic for the Nidoqueen, but I predict him to go to Florges and smack this thing with an Iron Tail, putting it at 19% after leftovers 25. Now Thunderbolt was a roll to kill here depending on his spread, so I went for Iron Tail and missed Iron Tail as he recovered up. And at this point I was so tilted. From this point on I was just mad. I was not thinking and just making bad plays. I click Iron Tail on the Nidoqueen, and it doesn't do anything. I basically gave up the game at this point, even though I'm still very well in it. But I kill that Nidoqueen. Doesn't really matter. Goes Weavile, and if I need to pause this right now. He clicks Knockoff and takes out Thundurus, and I don't pause much, but this is important. He clicks Knock. I was the Yacht Bear, so I thought I could live Ice Shard if for whatever reason he went for it. I think Icicle Crash was a roll. Knock would kill though. What I forgot to check, because I was so damn tilted, is whether Slowbro could live 2 knockoffs, and the first knockoff upon entry does 37 because I'm Colbur Berry, right? So 37 plus rocks, It's 49%, so I'm left at 51. I think I did that math right. But any case, Slowbro, barring max roll, can live 2 hits from Weavile. My Slowbro was packing HP fighting. So I was just too tilted to even check the calc. So I just let Thunders die here because I gave up the game. I'm like, there's no way I can win this. So then he pops me, and I go into Slowbro, and right now I'm like, the only way I can win is if I double into Gengar on his Florges, because Florges just wins. I can't kill Florges, but he just knocks. He stays in. I didn't think he would. I thought he'd go to Florges. Knocks, takes me out. I'm like, alright, this game is over. And at this point it is. There's nothing I can do. But here I find out he knocks, right? 37. And I'll remind you again, I was so tilted, I didn't even click HP fighting. I had it, I didn't click it. So he takes me out here. He goes into Zard. I mean, he could just click Flamethrower, whatever. It doesn't really matter what he clicks. Maybe he clicks Dragon Pulse or something. He goes for Flamethrower. I'm at 1%. I can't switch. I can't beat anybody on his team. Slowbro lost against those 3 mons. And then, you know, I got Scizor, who also gets bopped, and it doesn't really matter. So yeah, that was my first game. It's a 3-0 loss against Nader. Really bad. I got tilted hard. If I went into Slowbro, if I calced and then I went into Slowbro, I'd live. Kill that Weavile since he had no intention of switching out. Like if I came in on the Weavile, I was going to HP fighting. The only reason I didn't is I just pretty much gave up the game. So once I take out Weavile, Starmie dies to Shadow Ball, Florges dies to 2 Sludge Waves and can't really do much back. Charizard is a roll to die to Gengar Sludge Wave because I didn't pack Thunderbolt. But that's those 3 Pokemon, and then that's not even counting Bullet Punch Scizor, which could finish off the Zard. That's not even counting Thundurus if I didn't sack it like an idiot. I was Payapa Gengar, so Starmie couldn't kill me in 1 hit. I'd live any hit. Thundurus was Yatch, so even at 50%, I live any hit from Starmie because I had some investment as well to live like a Hydro Pump or whatever, so it was really pretty bad against Nader. I missed and then I got tilted and it was quite a disaster. But anyway, on to the second game I played. This was against Ashy, next guy in my group. This battle happened at about 5 a.m. and the same day that I played Nader, so that the tilt may have continued. I'm not going to tell you who won until the end, but I've also far from my best performance. 5 a.m. again, same day I played Nader, but we'll see what happens. So I play this music off on normal speed, and he leads Magearna, and I'm like, I have nothing for this. I'm just going to Bullet Punch. So he goes into this guy, and I think I'm actually going to go on fast because this battle is not really fast-paced, not a lot of punch-for-punch plays. U-turn on him and go to Slowbro. You know, nothing really happens. He Scald Burns me, or he Scalds me, doesn't burn me, unfortunately. I would have loved to burn here. But he goes into Serena, and I caught mine, and I'm like, okay, I can take this thing on. But he Toxics me, so I'm like, alright, I'll attack him a few times, maybe once, but I'm not staying in there, and I actually switch out. It doesn't look like he predicted me to double. He thought I'd attack him, but it doesn't matter. I got Infernape in, and I just set my rocks. Going to Altaria on this, and he Scald Burns me, and I'm at this point, I'm already tilted. Already. I Earthquake him. I see I can't do any damage. So I just switch out into Gengar. Don't really know what else to do. One bonehead play that some of you guys may have missed, I know I missed it, is that Altaria gets Natural Cure, so I could have taken the burn and switched out and healed myself up, but I was quite dumb, so I'm forced to sack Altaria early, and Magearna's in and doing a lot of damage. Again, I see the switch out of Infernape because I see the switch possibility, but I do not pull the trigger. I don't predict. I don't double. I just Flare Blitz because I don't want to mess around with Magearna, which I think is a fair play, honestly. That's not such a big deal. He goes to Scizor, and at this point I believe I predicted him to go into this so that I could U-turn and finally get myself some momentum. It took 15 turns for me to get some initiative, but I've got it, so I go into Thundurus, and what do I do here? Oh, I just Thunderbolt twice, yeah, because I have Charty Berry, so if Landon wants to come into my Thunderbolt and click Stone Edge, I just bop him with HP Ice, so that doesn't matter. I have Volt Switch here, which is a really stupid play, because Thundurus has the best matchup in his team. It would probably force him to go Lando, hit me with a Stone Edge, and I would just HP Ice and kill him. And, you know, I had to switch out of there, go into Slowbro again on this Cancer Pokemon, as is the nickname. I believe I set up another Calm Mind, but because of the Toxic and how much the next Drop Kick plus Toxic would do, I just decided to go into Gengar. Luckily for me, I get a Rapid Spin block, which is pretty cool. I didn't intend to do that. I completely forgot that spin blocking was a thing. And that play right there was Shadow Ball, and I actually want to rewind a little bit. I will pause this not for very long once it gets to Gengar. So the following play, what happened was I see Gengar and I'm like, okay, he has no Shadow Ball switch-ins. Toxapex sure switches into Shadow Ball, but I have Thunderbolt, so I don't care. That Ghost thing is obviously weak to Shadow Ball, and Uxi's weak to Shadow Ball. Lando takes a lot of damage from Shadow Ball since I'm Timid Life Orb, so I have no reason not to Shadow Ball. That's my thought process here. But at the same time, Sludge Wave does damage to Uxie. Sludge Wave followed by Shadow Ball against Uxie and Frost Ice kills. Sludge Wave followed by Thunderbolt beats Toxapex. I don't know if it kills immediately, but it does a lot of damage. If he goes Lando, fair play to him. So I was actually running Calcs, and then I flipped back to this window, and I had already clicked Shadow Ball. And I'm about to change to Sludge just to make sure I pick up the kill on this, because I think he stays in, and if he goes Toxapex, I don't care. But he'd already picked his move, and it was too late, and I ended up clicking Shadow Ball right here, which doesn't kill. Gengar takes 30% from a Drop Kick. And I'm like, alright, I'm Shadow Balling again. I have no reason not to at this point. As he actually wants to go into Lando, which is cool, I guess, but he takes 69%, so that's a lot of damage. I go into Slowbro. I mean, U-turn's obvious. I was thinking that he was going to hit me with like a Z Savage Spin Out. That's what I was fearing. That's why I said, am I nuts? But yeah, anyway, he goes into that, I go into this. I, again, do not have the balls to pull the trigger. I just click Flare Blitz again. I just don't predict this guy to double. I don't know why, but I just didn't. Here I mixed it up. I didn't want to go Slowbro, so I went Scizor, because I've been going Slowbro the entire time. But this isn't really getting me anywhere. And I need to come in with Slowbro here. Slowbro was supposed to set up on this guy, but I got Toxic, and I didn't bring Heal Bell. Kind of bad. So I Side Shock. It doesn't do too much. Sludge Bombs me. I'm Toxic. I took 12. I gotta switch out of here. Otherwise, I get a bit of damage and he switches. Go Thundurus. I don't believe I had Taunt in this game, so I just click Volt Switch, do almost no damage. And here I went to Slowbro. The reason I didn't go Scizor is because he would... I'm like, this is so obvious. It's so obvious I go Scizor. I was thinking he would click Fire Punch or something, but like... It was terrible. I should have gone to Scizor and either defogged or got myself a lot of momentum. And right here, he goes for Taunt on my Infernape. That doesn't really matter because I don't plan to do anything but attack. And again, I don't predict Toxapex. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. It just goes into this thing over and over again, and I'm just not capitalizing on it. Sludge Bombs. We're back to the same scenario. Slowbro sitting in front of Cancer and doing nothing. Cancer switches out. I Calm Mind. And after Toxic right here, this is a roll to kill. Shadow Ball. I think it was in his favor, but it was a roll. It wasn't like, he didn't need like Min, or I didn't need Min to live, but it was a good chance to kill. And I can't believe I actually forgot this. So, Slowbro sack, a few important turns coming up, followed by me bringing in Gray Fox, and I was like, okay, I'm going to defog. And he taunts me, and the problem with this play is, not that I lost the 50-50, because it shouldn't have been a 50-50. He revealed taunt already, and I should have known that he had it. So I made a terrible play there. My hazards end up staying. Had to sack this guy. Goes knock. where he clicks knock. I have to go Thunderous. I live the knock. Knocks out my Charti Berry. I kill him with this, but as you can see now, and although I can do damage to this thing, it isn't too much. Also, not helped by the fact that I misclicked right here. So I have to go into Gengar prematurely. Click Shadow Ball. I'm thinking actually maybe I could have won. I don't know. But anyway, I had to go into Gengar. Drop there. The drop kick damage was the difference between my Life Orb hits killing this guy and not killing this guy. So now I'm left with some differential points to make up, and I lose 2 in a really bad game. So now I'm in a real hole. I'm down 2-0, or I'm down. My differential is -5, and I have no wins. So I really need to win my next game, and this is not looking good, honestly. I could have saved a bunch of differential points by just not making really bad plays, by not choking. I could have even won both games if I mean, against Nato, I just got tilted as hell. And against him, against Ashley, if I didn't play so badly, I would have done a lot better. But these battles were done like Sunday or something, or Monday. And Base God Nader has decided to give me, Based Nader has decided to give me a lifeline by beating Spanik 6-0. Which means, for me to make it over Spanik, I only need to beat Spanik by 2 differential points. In the case that I do beat Spanik by exactly 2 differential points, Ashley has to lose to Nader by 2 or more. Otherwise, I'm still out. I'd be tied on differential with Ashley if he lost 1-0, but he'd be ahead of me on head-to-head. So, you know, I gotta play this guy, and I'm going for as high differential as possible. I want to win by as much as I can, and that's the plan from here on. So let's play the game. I'm gonna play this one on slow. Leap Thunderous against Circuitry, which really sucks. I hate that that's the only Pokemon that I was really hoping he wouldn't lead with. But he goes for Volt Switch because it's a good play. I would have done the same. Now here I was considering predicting this and clicking Toxic, but I just didn't really want to risk it, so I just clicked Earthquake. He Toxics me, I Toxic him, and this is funny because this actually went the exact same way as one of my mock battles. I Toxic the Alamola, we trade Toxics, and the following turn I set Rocks. Hits me with a Waterfall, which is pretty good, over Scald, good for him because it's got 45 special attack, and I think 80 attack, so it's not that bad. But here I slack off as he wishes. Now I wanted to go into something that deterred Charizard X here, and I didn't really make a great. I didn't really do that well. I mean, I kind of did. This was my best option. I Hyper Voice turn 1 because I can stay in and just Hyper Voice. It really doesn't matter. I don't care if he Dragon Dances. Now I expected him to have Iron Tail for me, so I switched out. I go into Hippo as he actually goes for Steel Wing, and I'm like, okay, and I started calcing, and I found out that Steel Wing is a max 100% from Adamant Charizard against my Altaria set. I also went into this because I knew he'd Dragon Claw, so Steel Wing does 99% or 98, I'm not really sure, and I kill him. A max roll for him would have been 100%, so I was like, alright, I gotta do this. Because I need to preserve differential, I had to go into my Hippowdon here to try to do something. I catch the Volt Switch. Now on the off chance that he's Scarfed, I wanted to, I don't know, I slacked off on the off chance he was Scarfed and he switched out. I guess a double into Gengar would have been pretty safe, because I go into Gengar now and click Neverending Nightmare, which is Z Shadow Ball. 88%. I was expecting Klefki to come in. That's what this was for, the Klefki switching, because that's his only Gengar switch in, and I would have 2-KO'd him and then use Heal Bell to heal my Gengar. But I will pause here and explain just one thing about this turn. I found out after the game that he was Assault Vest, and to his Assault Vest set, max roll for Neverending Nightmare was 88%, so I got absolute max, unless he accidentally brought the wrong item. I got absolute max roll, 80, and I took him out, which was pretty lucky on my part. And he goes into Boogie, and the thing here is I also want to pause because this is another important play. From the start, as soon as I made this team, I was like, I don't have any switch-ins to Nidoking. I have nothing reliable that can come in on Nidoking. And I tested with Leo, and I'm like, alright, so basically when Nidoking comes in, I'm going into Scizor, because that's Spadef Scizor, so I could take him on with Okaberry. So even if he clicks Flamethrower, I can live, and find out if he's Scarf or Life Orb. And I thought that the difference in this game would be whether he clicks the Fire move, predicting Scizor immediately, as soon as Nidoking comes in. At first I thought it was an obvious play, but then I realized that maybe Scizor into Nidoking doesn't make too much sense, because he outspeeds, it could be Life Orb and everything, so an Earth Power from Modest Life Orb 2, it KOs even Spadef Scizor, like, pretty comfortably. It does like 55 min or 52 min, I don't know, something like that. And I'm not leftover, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go into Scizor. This is my play. If he predicts it, then I'm going to hell. But he doesn't. He goes for Ice Punch, and it reveals to be physical, which I was like, okay, Fizz Dev Scizor would have been better, but I double here. I expected him to go for the Fire move, but it turns out he's actually Scarfed, or at least I can assume he's Scarfed. And it goes into this, actually clicks Waterfall, which surprised me. I thought he'd Wish Pass it at somebody, which I think he does right now. I Roost, because I want to be healthy enough to take on Nidoking. If he hits me with a Fire move, I can live with Okaberry and get a Bullet Punch off, if I need to. So now a U-turn on his Klefki, because I expect him to switch, and if he stays in with Alomomola, whatever, I get some initiative. I go into Thundurus on the Klefki, and he gets his Wish, so it's max HP Klefki, and I didn't wear this thing down with Neverending Nightmare, which is quite bad, but I do taunt it, and this is why I packed Taunt. I didn't want Klefki setting up Calm Minds or Spikes or Thunder Waves against me, and I Psychic here predicting Nidoking, not necessarily predicting Nidoking, I just did not want him to get Nidoking in for free, because every time Nidoking comes in, I have to predict a different move, so it's just a guessing game, and I don't want it to be that, so he goes into Kofag. I taunt here, even though I knew he was going to Shadow Ball, because I wanted to go into Scizor from here on, and I know I can take him on. I know Scizor walls a +1 Kofagrigus, and if he's taunted, he can't do anything to me. So I can just sit here and Roost stall him, as he is getting whittled down by Toxic. He's just going to keep clicking Shadow Ball, maybe get a Spadef drop. It doesn't really work for him. And he's getting quite whittled. Now, at this point, I decided to just keep roosting. I thought he would switch to gain some initiative here, but he splits, which is good. But, again, got a lot of toxic damage. Now, here I expected him to switch, but I don't know if I... oh, yeah, actually, I'm pretty sure I doubled in Thundurus here. No, I didn't. Okay. I did not. I wanted to keep my Scizor healthy, so I just roosted. And he goes into this. I U-turn again. Simple play. There's nothing really else I could have done. I go into Altaria because I'm expecting Wish. And he actually Waterfalls, which, not good. Takes me out. That's quite bad, actually, because Altaria could have roosted and done a lot of work. Going to Thundurus now, and again, I don't want Nidoking to come in, so I click Psychic again. I don't know if you consider it a good play or not, but if Nidoking comes in, I'm just playing mind games, and it's just not even... For me to win, once Nidoking comes in, I don't lose. If I lose a Mon, it isn't because Spanik made a play. It isn't because I made a misplay. It's just one of us just happened to guess the correct Mon. It's just like it's not a 50-50. It's like a 25-25-25-25, because there's different coverage moves do different things to different Mons. So it's just a complete guessing game, but I didn't really want to play that. Now over here, I actually doubled into Thundurus. Wait a second. What happened here? Oh yeah, he HP fires my Scizor, which is good prep on his part, but I do have Okaberry, and I U-turn on his Klefki. Going to Thundurus, I believe. No, Infernape. Here I expected him to go into Alomomola, so I doubled into Thundurus. Risky as hell play. I guess, I don't know. Meh, whatever. But I just Thunderbolt here. Take him out, 35%. Thank God for that. Remember, I still need to win this game 2-0. If I don't win 2-0, Spanik makes it over me. So, he Fire Punches now. I had to play the guessing game. I disable Fire Punch with Cursed Body. Pretty cool. Cursed Body Gengar is so clutch. I taunt, predicting Klefki to come in, because again, I don't want Klefki to set up and everything. So, he can't really do anything to me, so I just stay in and start spamming Shadow Balls. Does 52 to Alamomola. Even gets a Spadef drop. I mean, not that it really would matter, because he can't really switch in. Goes Nidoking, I think he's just dead. If he goes Nidoking, he just loses to Scizor, so goes on to Nidoking now. I don't know what he would do. I just sack Gengar because it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But I actually choke hard here. I go into Thundurus instead of going into Infernape. Infernape has a free Fire Blast. He would have to sack Klefki. And I just would have won 3-0 from there because I was Focus Sash Infernape, so I take out Nidoking as well. So I completely choke this away. Here, he makes a great play to get himself back in the game. He goes into Nidoking on the Thunderbolt. I was considering that, but I was like, alright, maybe he's gonna... I don't know what I was doing. That was probably a misplay on my part, not clicking Psychic. So he went Nidoking. I Bullet Punch the Scizor, which again is not good for me. I had to roost. I had to roost right there to have any chance of winning this game. He Earthquakes, and now it's just a few turns of Roost versus Earthquake stall. So I'm going to put it on fast. Normal speed, actually. Normal speed will do. You know what? I'll put it on fast. Because I'm not trying to PP stall. I'm just trying to get to a point where I can somehow live 2 Earthquakes. It's unlikely. I know I have the game in the bag, but the 2-0 win is not looking good. He just clicks Earthquake again and again and again, and I roost, and he clicks Earthquake again, gets that 48. I roost again. I'm getting HP back slowly, but I'm going to run out of roost soon, so this is not looking good for me. Earthquakes again. I roost again, and it looks like I'm out of this because my Scizor is going to die. And I just... Yeah, my Scizor is going to die, and I'll win 1-0, but I'd be out. I go for Bullet Punch here. Need to pause this right now. The next Bullet Punch is a roll to kill, which I didn't know until after the battle. The roll is 33 to 39, so I had an okay chance to roll an okay roll here. Bullet Punch. If Bullet Punch killed here, I get the 2-0, and I'm in a position where Nodder has to beat Ashy 2-0 or more for me to advance. So basically, it all depends on this roll. So I resume, and Spanik forfeits. Spanik actually forfeits the game. Because he said that he was going to lose to Bullet Punch, he was going to die to Bullet Punch, so there was no reason really for him to stay in, or no reason for him to stay in the game. He quit because he doesn't like wasting time, said. Lucky me that he didn't get any crits there. Again, I still could have beat the Nidoking with Bullet Punch, but there's just no guarantee. Spanik could have at least played the chances. If Spanik beat me 1-0 and Nodder beat Ashy, or if Spanik lost to me 1-0 and Nodder beat Ashy, Spanik was still in, so it was kind of dumb of him to forfeit, but he does, and it is what it is. Nothing I can do about it. He forfeited, so that would mean I get the 2-0. And just waiting for the result of Nodder against Ashy, which I think is going to happen tomorrow. So I'll probably put a comment down here. No, I won't. We'll see. But yeah, just gotta wait for Ashy against Nodder, see what happens. If Nodder wins 2-0 or more, I'm into the next round. Spanik in any situation is eliminated and Nader is through. So hopefully he plays this game. If he doesn't, that would be pretty crappy. But yeah, started 0-2 and now I'm totally in this. So I'll see you guys next time.